Hey there, it's your favorite digital marketing expert here today. So how are you doing? Hope you are great. Today I want to talk to you about some Facebook ad tips and tricks for 2023, particularly if you are a Nigerian viewer. But don't worry, nonetheless, this actually applies to you whether you are Nigerian or non-Nigerian.
Dada, why? Why, Dada, why?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry, sir.
Hey! Dada, why?
So before I actually dive into the tips and tricks for this year, I want to talk about some major updates for 2023 that can really affect your advertising positively or negatively. So if you've noticed, when you want to, even around December, January, by the time you just want to run your ad campaigns, you are going to see one black bar that says Facebook is trying to update their self-serve ad stem. So there are lots of updates that are coming in this year that can really affect your ad campaign. So here are a few of them to be aware of. Number one is Facebook no longer shows how much balance is left in your ad account while your ads are running. It only shows, particularly for Nigerians, I don't know, just pay attention to what I'm saying. You might feel like this doesn't apply to you, but if you are Nigerian, and for most clients that I work with, I noticed they were complaining about this. Before I used to think it was just a bug in my own Facebook account, but it seems for all clients I work with who are Nigerians, I noticed the same issue. So Facebook will not show how much balance is left in your ad account. It only shows how much you have credited into your ad account, and it will not update that balance until all the money is exhausted. So at which point it will show a balance of 0 naira. So this means that you need to keep a closer eye on your ad spend and ad budget. That means that if I'm trying to run an ad campaign and I deposit maybe 20,000 naira and I plan to actually look at my ad campaign and use that 20,000 naira to run ads for probably 7 days or so, I need to use the ad itself to know how much I have spent by simply just going to the ad manager and checking on my campaigns and picking the date I deposited that money and the current date I'm checking the ad, so I will know how much I have spent. Because when you go to your ad account itself, you just notice that you are most likely going to see the same money you deposited. If you are somebody who is on a very low budget and what you do is that you run ads by only depositing your money every single day, so maybe today you deposit 3,000 naira, you notice that when your ad starts running, the only thing you will still see is probably 2,999 naira or something. So until the ad campaign stops, then the money goes to 0. So you need to keep a closer eye. Number two is that there is now an easier way to actually receive calls from your audience, particularly if your ad is directing them to a web page or landing page. Hold on, before I go on, you might notice that some of the things I'm actually talking about are not entirely new in the sense of they are just happening this year. They actually started sometime last year, but they are kind of still recent updates in the sense that they are kind of new development that just started rolling in Facebook. They were not there in the past. For instance, these calls, I've been running ads for a long while and I never saw that option of just being able to easily place calls on that ad campaigns easily. So now it's new and it's very amazing. So I'm just trying to clarify that it's not something that just started out today. It has been for a while, but it's still it's still a recent change. So it's good to always, particularly if you don't mind picking calls, it's good to always put on the call tab on all those your campaigns that are taking people to your website, because it's actually a very good way to convert your leads and close your sales. So the other thing that I want to talk about is what I mentioned earlier on, that there is this latest policy update from Facebook self-ad service and self-ad terms, and it is actually going to be applied January 3, 2023. That means I think that should be 3 or 4 days from 4 days ago. But something about it is most of the policies I actually saw there are things that have been happening to your accounts, to my account or to other clients' ad accounts. So there are things that have actually been happening they are not exactly new. That is what I'm saying, but Facebook is trying to tell you that this is what we are going to. It's just like, it's just a tactic of them officially notifying people, but it has really been going on, and I'm going to talk about all this extensively in my next video. But for now, you might still be a little bit in the dark, so I would just advise you to go and read the self-serve ad terms, read it critically and read it logically. That's how I'm going to put it, because when you read it that way, that you really know what it is doing to your ad campaign. You might just feel like, oh, I'm just seeing this black button on my ad and I don't know, I really don't know what's going on. But whatever happens, since my ad campaigns are running and I'm making money. You need to be very, very cautious of, you know, the new policies. So this Facebook ad policy has some implications positively and negatively on your campaigns. Just make sure to actually check them out. Sorry for taking so much time on this, so I'm just going to get into so let's move on to the tips and tricks for running successful Facebook ads in 2023. So these are just a few of them. Definitely there are lots of tips, there are lots of tricks. So the first one is actually to utilize the Facebook pixel to track conversions and retarget visitors to your website. One mistake people do is when it comes to Facebook ad, they just go to their Facebook and just see the option to boost post. The first thing you need to understand is that Facebook itself, they employ and pay a lot of people to use a lot of marketing strategies on their platform. That is why they have billions of users. So their goal is, you know, their entire platform is structured in a way to get you to spend money. So when you just get on that platform, it is tailored in a way that it gives you a convenient way to run ads, so that you are going to spend money without getting more results, but you pay them more money. So I'm simply saying, when you eat that boost post, the only thing you are enjoying is convenience, but it is doing a lot of damage to your account and to your business. So stop clicking boost post. Run your ads properly. So one of the ways to actually run your ads properly is actually to use pixel and to also retarget your visitors. These are some of the things I'm going to cover in some of my other videos that I'll be uploading later on in this channel or on this page. So the next thing is actually to test out different ad creatives to see which performs best. Always make sure to test out. It's important to test out different combination of images, text, and call to actions. Call to action is simply like the button that you want people to click, something like that. So it's just like, maybe you are running an ad campaign and you're using learn more, you're using download, you're using, you know, sign up. Those are call to actions. So it's good to always split test them so that you really know which campaign is performing better. That is number one. Number two, which is very important that people don't know, is you split test so that you can know which campaign is performing better at a cheaper cost. That means that I'm not just going to run an ad campaign and just get the best results and just forget about my campaign. No, I'm going to get the best result and learn from what has given me the best results and create a duplicate version of the campaign giving me the best result, then change a single thing in that new version so that I can know if that will give me a cheaper result. If I get a cheaper result, that becomes my newest, you know, guy. That's my newest main guy. Then I duplicate that my newest main guy into a new campaign and I change one thing, and on and on and on until I get what gives me the best result at a cheaper rate. Then the third thing is actually to target your right audience by using detailed demographics and interests. Yeah, do that. I know you do that already, because most people, when they want to run ad campaigns, the only thing on their mind is, I need to target. So they'll just start picking, okay, I want somebody who is rich, frequently international travelers, or how does Facebook do that? Frequent international travelers, and you just target that and believe because you target it, only those people who see your ads are people who travel out a lot. Well, let me just keep that secret. So, but then it's also good to always use detailed demographics and interest. Then the fourth thing, which is the final tip I'll be talking about, is set clear goals for your ad campaigns and track your progress. Actually, this should be number one, because when you want to run your ads, before you start running your ad at all, make sure that you actually set a goal. Like, this is what I want, you know, this is what I really want to achieve with my campaign before I now start running the ad. Why? Because when you do that, it allows you to know what you really want to achieve, and it allows you to run your ads properly than you just anything that works. There's this slang they say in Nigeria, anywhere we believe is like anywhere you find yourself, you just flow. No, it's not like that. You need to set a clear goal and track your campaigns to know how well you are achieving your goals with your campaign. So your goals are going to cover the number of people you want to reach, the number of subscribers you want to get, number of purchases, and so on and so forth. Also, let me add this tip when we are talking let me add this tip to it. When we are talking about goals, you need to understand that all your campaigns should focus on a single goal. Do you understand? So your campaign should be progressive and all of them should focus on a single goal. So you might not have to run the campaign that you want to run to achieve a sales goal straight up. You might have to start with some other campaigns first before you now run the ads that will give you sales instantly. So but what matters is those beginner campaigns, those early campaigns you run, have a specified goal for those campaigns. Then make sure that you track that campaign to ensure that it is giving you the right goal. So this is actually all the tip. I know you might want to jump off this video now, but by following these tips and staying up to date on the latest policy updates, which is very important, you need to actually go and read the policy, particularly the latest policy. You'll be well on your way to running successful ads in 2023. So just make sure that you don't just take my word for it, you actually go and do your research. It's really matters. So, and as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. I'll always be very ready to give answers to your questions. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.